this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Mayfield off the play fake. Wide open receiver complete. Brandon Cooks. And touchdown. Brandon Cooks. 75 yards. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead. Wow, first play in the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Winston, the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here.
Throwing now is Wentz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And this will be a touchdown. Now this defense looking like they have come to play. The pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd down, Blunt. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
On first down, Wentz, and almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. He rifles one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Menu narration option is set to off.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Lutz now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
And 10 at the 49-yard line.
Good. 180. Sit. All day.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Oh, he's going to take a shot. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for the touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 49 yards. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own
Tight end left. Tight end left.
Mayfield on play action. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
They go play action. Mayfield under pressure again, and down he goes again. T.J. Watt able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Well, someone came to play today.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. We heard about it all week, didn't we? Especially when we visited practice. He thought he had a good matchup in front of him, and he's taking full advantage.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Dalvin Tomlinson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Third and long for Mayfield. That's going to be caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown run. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Marr now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14, Eagles nothing. Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
The Eagles take over first and 10.
Let's go.
25-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up first and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they'll set up shop right. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
This fielded at the 2. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. Dez Bryant with nothing but green grass ahead of him. Into the end zone. Oakland Raiders touchdown.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
180. Check back.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this run. And he lost the football. It's going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the 35 on 2nd down. Mayfield. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a first down.
180! 150!
Mayfield on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cohen. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, No flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
This fielded at the 2. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
But that seems a little devil-may-care there, doesn't it? They gave up 3 points, but how about them coming right back and putting themselves in a position to get points of their own?
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
This is caught. It's Cooks. First catch of the game for Cooks. It'll be a first down. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The left side completion to Jones. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now it's Mahomes again. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And that will knot us up at 10. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
180! King! You gotta get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time, but it'll be second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mayfield, throw complete right side to Cooks. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The offense on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Mayfield to throw it. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. That's to his running back, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Hey, Charlie. Let's go, D.
Mayfield now from the 50. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes, the tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Hey, Ripley.
Watch tight. Tight is right.
You got three. Alpha. Hey.
Mahomes now on first down. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. DeAndre Hopkins, as the first half is winding down, and the Raiders have moved out in front. Gano the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Final 12 seconds of the half now, as they've got it 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Final play of the half, Mayfield. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout. And they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first, now this from 43. The kick by Marr is good. And that will do it for this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway.
Let's go. Let's do it. Fight on these two. 180. One pass. Here we go. Come on. Mike's 50. Pick it up. Fox trot. Mike's 50. Not here. Hey, Mike.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The first play of the second half, a big success, over 30 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ezekiel Elliott, 41 yards. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
March. 180. 65.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Another carry now for Gurley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
He's going to fire one deep over the... And that's caught inside the 35. 33 yards that time. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Rice. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
A gain of 18 on the play. Results in a first down.
180! You can't block me. You can't block me.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And his guys have made this a 1-score game now. They go play action. Mayfield. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going to float this. He's got him in. Complete. Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Odell Beckham, 72 yards. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Gano the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set. 180. Double dog. That's the way.
Play fake. Mayfield. And he lost 6 there on the first down play.
Brings up 2nd and 16.
Mayfield off the play fake. Rolling to his right. Out to the left here to Reed. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Here's Mayfield.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
I got it. Alert.
Throwing. Mayfield. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Mahomes now on first down. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. T.J. Watt. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Levante David. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
26-yard line.
180. Hey, alert 33. Mine's 50. Mine's 50. Oh, yeah. Hey, orbit. 50.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Throwing again on second down. Mayfield going top. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Back now in the East Bay, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Marr now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Let's go, D.
Attack, attack!
Orbit. Hey, check my 50. Mike is a 50. Check my 50.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Throwing on second and long. Mahomes, he's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up fourth down. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Hey, 15.
3 down. Bravo! Hey, no, look up. Hey, we got
Mahomes throwing on fourth. He finds Beckham complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Mahomes now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Mahomes firing complete, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is Elliott. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On second down, Elliott. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. To throw is Mahomes. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Hit.
180. Run.
Give me Travis. Let's go.
Mayfield. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Mayfield on play action. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
Result is a first down.
Hit. 220.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Throw left side, completion to Rice. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
180. I got it. Pistol. We got 4. Hey, team 6.
Here's Mayfield. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 4th down. One last shot from Mayfield here. This is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown. Forget overtime. They're going to win the football game right now.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right. Just one more element to complete the victory. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Oakland, we sign off. So long, everybody. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back home, it's the first carry for the former Georgia Bulldog, Gurley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On the counter, Gurley. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
They go play action here on 1st down. And Cooks has it over the middle. Touchdown! Brandon Cooks, 53 yards. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
Go.
Get off the field. Watch it.
Run.
First down, Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. He's at the 30, 20, 10, 5, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, 77 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from moving out in front. No problem there on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
180.
Keep it up, guys.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
180. Run.
6 yards.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And they're indeed going. It's Mayfield. And it is incomplete. It was the veteran Devin McCourty who got a hand in there to break that one up. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right, the social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, coach.
Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out in the running game.
Chris Jones on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
12 yards there and a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now Mayfield. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the great one, Jerry Rice. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Atlanta now coming out on the field. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Here we go again. Here we go again. Alert flare. Alert flare.
They'll run on first down. It's Freeman, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Jones. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
While sometimes it doesn't appear like much, the out route can be very dangerous when you throw it to a guy like Julio Jones. If you try and undercut it, he can turn to a big play. The reason he's able to get it so often is because of his ability to push people deep, and they have to respect that.
And out of bounds right around the 20. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Julio Jones once again the intended target, and it's third down.
Run. Alert, 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 alert. Hey, exit.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Mayfield to throw it. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up.
Brandon, let's file this play away for later. Let's note this play because, to me, it's not out of the question that the decision to pass up the 3 there could come back to haunt them later on.
He goes full extension, and he's got it. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it in without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge. And it's caught. Touchdown. Brandon Cooks with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Left side caught by Diggs. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
180! Get that quarterback, D-line! Get that quarterback!
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion.
The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage.
And he's going to go down again. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Now, I know we're only 2 plays in, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, something has to change with the protection, and they can't wait to halftime to make an adjustment.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Carolina. George Kittle, 73 yards. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Joseph now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Up, he'll try and run. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. On third down, Mayfield. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. T.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw, Mayfield. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. 6-0 our score after 1. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Now Austin. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They try right side here, Gurley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 31-yard line.
Set, 20.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Anthony Barr picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for...
And the pressure gets to him again. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Mayfield looks to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Tight end Ringo. Tight end's on Ringo. Tight end's on Ringo. Check. Crunch. Crunch. Crunch.
A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
From the 38, Mayfield. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Davante Adams. 62 yards. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Joseph now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing, Mayfield. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. So the first catch for Jerry Rice, always fun to talk about. His career stats, Charles, they're so good. He leads in so many categories that we can't even get to him all.
Yeah, what do they say? He combines ridiculous statistical supremacy with crazy longevity. How about this? Most receptions, yards, touchdowns, just to name a few of the accolades along the way.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield with it once more. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Mayfield down. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Jerry Rice, 30 yards. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now 13-7. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in the field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Flushed out right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Mayfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, he could be... And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Joseph now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. It got his man, complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. This fielded at the 2.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Anthony Barr getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry.
Down to about the 22 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They go play action. Mayfield under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that lead is back down to 9 now. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
He can't get him down.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10. At their own 30-yard line.
3 bucks, 3 bucks, 3 bucks.
You go up, up. Hey, alert 33.
Mayfield on first down. Over the middle to Evans. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by the Hall of Famer Mel Blount. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Well, a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Never make the mistake of the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here. They're just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. But even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10. At their own 19-yard line.
Here we go, team.
Alert!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off, if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Watch the safety creep.
They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Telvin Smith picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. Marr able to put this one through. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the fourth. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain there of 21 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Mayfield. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
He'll have a first down and more past the 20. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. The 30. And touchdown. Todd Gurley, 92 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. So their backs were against the wall, deep back in their own territory, and they run it all the way down into the end zone.
That takes a lot of coordination for an offensive team, doesn't it? Because, let's face it, it's really not a surprise that they're going to run the ball in that situation. Backed up that close to their own end zone, you usually do call running plays, trying to be safe. Instead, it turns into an electrical run, a bolt for your team, and off he goes to the races.
This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. Well, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things.
Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Marr now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Levante David in on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. The 40, 30, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Chicago! Saquon Barkley, 78 yards. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
1st down and 10.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second and 11 at their 48-yard line.
20. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Let's go, Pete. Tighten up.
Play fake. Mayfield. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On second down, here's Barkley. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Alert, alert, alert.
Wilson now to throw on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. He can run for it, and he will. And he slides to avoid the hit. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
Not sure I agreed with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agree with his decision to run it. He picked up that big first down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the coach that saw him pick it up. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Freeman again, a first down carry. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Chicago. Devontae Freeman, 40 yards, and the Bears have taken the lead. Dawson tacks on the point after, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Right there. 180. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. Space to maneuver at the 40. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
But when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the second level. That offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the second level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
And making those linemen work with a couple blocks. They look good doing it there. Give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs.
Well, it certainly appears that the big guys up front have taken charge of the line of scrimmage. 2 really nice plays back-to-back. But on the defensive side of the ball, there shouldn't be any despair. Okay, they've got us a couple of times here. Hang in there, keep your composure, and try and figure it out for the next play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. And he fires one incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on a final play of this first quarter. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. I think what we just saw their partner was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times.
Now the ball comes loose, and the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them. Big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's 2 really good stops in a row. Back-to-back tackles for losses. I mean, let's face it, they are locked into what they're doing offensively. And now they've earned the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, haven't they?
Yeah, and offensively, they're going to have to do something else because the run game, at least on this drive, isn't working. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. They keep it with Barkley on first down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd and goal, Wilson. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
50 to Mike. 50 to Mike.
Bang out. Bam.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Julio Jones once again the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep, Travis Benjamin. That's pulled in at the 32. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10. trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Avery Williamson there to make the stop. Now a second down throw for Mayfield. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one good for 37 yards.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now Gurley. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
2nd and 5 now. Mayfield got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. First down, a run with Cohen. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he will take it in for the touchdown. From 13 yards out. And his guys are going to retake the lead.
Jerry Rice in the end zone is a sight we are sure used to seeing. Not only does he have the most receiving touchdowns in NFL history, he was also the fastest to get to 100.
It took him, I think we've got it here, 120 games to get to 100. Just staggering.
A staggering number, but you have to remember with Jerry Rice, it wasn't just great hands, it wasn't speed, it was the collective, the work ethic to prepare, and the route running that was second to none.
They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down. He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy most likely to bring him down. That was a nice game.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down. Threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. One of these quarterbacks going to learn. You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. But with his size coming out of the backfield, usually takes more than an arm tackle to get him down. That's why they like to get him involved in the passing game.
No doubt about it. You saw him running that angle route there and catching the ball. And with his size.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Well, no takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now Barkley stripped of the football, and this is picked up by the defense. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 1st down, it's Cohen. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Soldier Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. On 1st and goal, Gurley. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here. 2nd and goal. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. And they will run it with Michelle. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Mayfield. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, let's get this, get this.
Now Wilson. Jeffrey with a catch left side. He got 29 yards that time. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. D Ford in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson now in desperation, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by the Hall of Famer Mel Blount, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. Got some room at the 30. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. He's at the 30, past the 20, and all the way in for the touchdown. Todd Gurley, 81 yards, and his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Marr on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
The score. Visitors 31. Bears 14. Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And avoids the contact by sliding. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And open is Jeffrey. Touchdown, Chicago. Alshon Jeffrey, 41 yards. And the Bears cut into that lead. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Chicago. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
This will be taken short. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have two remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action. Mayfield. He's letting it fly for Cooks. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
Here comes Cohen. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And now with the play clock winding down, Adam Gase says, let's take a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Safety's creeping.
It's caught left side by Cooks. He'll have a first down past the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Kings! Hey, Foxtrot! Run! Hurry!
We got motion. Back up.
From the 40 now on second down. Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Pistol. Hey, Echo! Pistol. Hurry!
Mayfield from the gun on third down. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
Stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be taken very short. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Mayfield on play action. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Chris Harris speeds in for the sack on the corner blitz.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Here's Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a jet touchdown. Zuerlein now for the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This will be taken short. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
180! Check back 21. That's the pass.
Back to it after the pick six. Mayfield. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
180! Let's go!
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And a first down.
Good. 180!
Check, check. Get him, get him, get him.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Target.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick, and they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Regular, regular, regular.
Hey, 50.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Zuerlein good with a PAT. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
First down and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
180!
Here we go, D. Here I come.
Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. From the 17, Mayfield. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
3 scores down, not even at halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield, and this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Mel Blount, the Hall of Fame corner, in on the stop.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
Hey, alert 33. Hurry, hurry.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
Mayfield on the keeper. Thrown to the sideline and incomplete.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 34. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Play fake. Mayfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Looking deep down. It's caught inside the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Quinnen Williams. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Mayfield off the play fake. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Marshawn Lattimore there defensively.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And he missed it. That was neither far enough. It wasn't even on target. It's no good. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep.
Tariq Cohen on the return. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
180! King! Hey, Alpha.
First down, Mayfield. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone. There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His second touchdown of the night. And this Jets offense continues to pour it on. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This will be taken short. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Another carry now for Gurley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Now a give running left for Gurley. Yeah, he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. First carry for James Conner. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Come on, D.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. And Adam Gase having a belief in his guys. They're going for it. They'll run for it with Connor. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. It's first and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky fourth down call. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll look to run with Connor, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got it third and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. On third down, a run with Cohen. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. They went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth.
Third line on for the field goal. A 27-yard attempt.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Mayfield on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
22 yards there, a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's Chris Harris with a pick.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On second down now, it's Cohen. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
KO 133.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So that'll do it from here for Charles Davis and the rest of our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com/Madden. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.